India, and within India, South India is considered as high priority market for most of the multinational companies. Again, they want to connect Indian with this big market, and they want to gain a lot of market share by putting Indian in the forefront. So here, what you need to understand is we Indians are very good in functional skills and we are knowledgeable. And in spite of being knowledgeable and having the capability of executing the work in the best possible manner, we are not able to, more Indians are not able to reach greater heights. It is because of the other angle of the triangle, which is attitudinal skills. So many of you might be getting doubt what is the use of acquiring these attitudinal skills and in what way it is going to take my life forward. We'll be understanding in next few slides. So when you have to understand what is attitude, so attitude is nothing but what you exhibit outside. So here you can see when you have to understand the definition of attitude, it is nothing but quality and direction of your thought process. So many a times we end up thinking something inside and we try to exhibit exactly opposite outside. So here on day-to-day basis, how you are getting reflected in the market, how you are getting reflected in your college, what you are and what your teacher perceives about you. So all this is dependent on your attitude. So many a times you might be thinking that I have a good attitude, but I am not able to exhibit it to the outside world. It's not true. So if you are able to control your thought process very well, you will be able to exhibit right kind of attitude, either to your teacher or either to your employer or either to public at large. So if you have to understand, you can read volumes of books about attitude and attitudinal skills, but when you end up reading more, you end up retaining very less. So if you have to understand the definition of attitude, it is nothing but quality and direction of your thought process. So on day-to-day basis, previously I've told you an example about you reaching your institute or you reaching your the movie theater. It is your direction of your thought which will reach you to your institute, and it is your direction of thought that makes you to reach the movie theater. So here on day-to-day basis, we should be able to qualitatively direct our thought process. So if you think something which is good, you have to execute it immediately. So if you think something which is not good and it is not useful for anyone, so you should not be able to, you should not execute such things. So many times you might be thinking that, for example, if there's an exam tomorrow and you may think that since I have not studied, let me not appear for that particular exam. So here, sometimes this is one category. The second category of student might be thinking I have studied less and you drop writing that exam. So here, if you appear for exam or if you don't appear for exam, even if you don't appear, it is considered as fail. Even if you appear and fail, it is also considered as fail. So if you appear and try to write something, you are trying to experiment at least. So many times, sometimes you might be, since you have studied less, you cannot anticipate what will happen when you write next time. Say, suppose if you have studied less and if you try to appear now itself, say for example, if you are getting say 59 marks out of 100, say for economics paper. So since you have studied half and you got 59. So you cannot anticipate what will happen when you write next time. So I think sometimes some of the students might not be able to get that 59 also when you write next time. So once you are with the right kind of attitude, you can see students telling that. So can any two students respond with their names? Hello.
Sir, Neha. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Neha, one more.
Sir Krupashri.
Krupashri, okay. Neha Krupashri. So imagine Neha Krupashri. What is your CGPA? Neha, till now.
Excuse me, sir.
What is your CGPA till now? Your marks.
Okay, sir. Sir, it's 73.5.
Okay. 73%. Krupashri?
It's 85 plus.
85. So imagine Neha and Krupashri. So both of you are getting newspaper to your homes. Imagine you are getting Hindu newspaper to your home. So all of you know on every Wednesday you see opportunities column in that. I think both of you are not aware of it. Okay, no problem. So you see opportunities. Opportunities are nothing but you see some kind of job advertisements there. And
Yes, sir.
Neha with 73% and Krupashri with 85%. So both of them are getting Hindu newspaper to their homes, delivered right at 6 a.m. in the morning. So when they woke up at 8 a.m. on Wednesday, it is a holiday now after your third year completion. It's an all day. You are waiting for your MBA admission. At the same time, both of you are trying for some kind of jobs. So you want to do job for 2 years and then join MBA program. So Krupashri and Neha, both of you have got newspaper. You woke up at 8 a.m. and Neha has seen the newspaper and there was an advertisement about TCS in the advertisement that they require business analyst and the qualification required is BBA only. So Neha has seen the advertisement. She has applied for the job. It's a management trainee with 6 lakhs CTC per annum. So Krupashri, instead of seeing jobs column, so though she is interested in getting job immediately, but she is more interested in she is more interested in watching latest movies. So Krupashri has seen what movies are being played in different theaters. She has booked a ticket on Book My Show and reached the movie theater. So can any other student respond with their name? One more student. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
So imagine another student, for example, Ramya. So after few days, few months, Ramya met both of them, Krupashri and Neha. So they were asking, she was asking Krupashri, how come Neha joined TCS as management trainee? So even though she got 73%, you got 85%. So then Krupashri started narrating a story like our father is very close associate to Yediyurappa, who is Chief Minister of Karnataka State. And that's how, since they have close contacts with Yediyurappa, she got recommended. And that's how she finally landed in a job in TCS as management trainee with 6 lakh CTC. So when you compare these incidences, so of Krupashri getting newspaper and Neha getting newspaper, what the difference between the two people, two students which we have seen is, one is able to look at the opportunity, avail the opportunity. She has applied, undergone the process. That's how she landed in TCS as management trainee. And the second one could not see that opportunities column, and she got diverted to seeing what movies are being played in Bengaluru, and that's how she got a ticket in Book My Show, and she went for a movie. So after a few days, naturally we see there is certain time frame through which you can apply for a particular job. So here, is there anything relating to luck here between Krupashri and Neha? So both of them have got the equal opportunity of, they got the newspaper to their homes, and both of them have the equal opportunity of seeing the newspaper. Both of them have the opportunity to apply for the job, and one has utilized the opportunity and the other one has not utilized the opportunity. So here, when you have to define luck, luck is that meeting point of your alertness of all the opportunities passing by. So here Neha was alert and she has availed the opportunity. So, and Krupashri is also alert, but she has opened the wrong paper, seeing movies, and she was more interested in movies, and that's how she landed up in movie theater, and that's how she missed this opportunity. So many a times you can see when you are not successful, say for example in a family, if there are two brothers, and one is working in a small company with the CTC of 15,000 per month, and his brother is working for Google for say 45 lakhs package. So many a times when you try to speak to the brother who is working for 15,000 salary, so most of the times such kind of people, they end up telling about their brother. Why? Because what's the reason? So the reason is nothing but his brother is more successful than him. So imagine many a times you can see, if you take example of doctors running clinics in Bangalore. So you can see some doctors reaching when you take example of a particular specialty, for example, cardiology. So when you search in Google who are the best top 3 cardiologists in Bangalore, you will be getting some names. So if you imagine doctors who have studied MBBS from the same college, one person will be occupying very key position in a very big corporate hospital. So the other person will be running a clinic in a narrow lane waiting for the patients to come. So what made the doctor to sit in a narrow lane and the other doctor working for a very big corporate hospital? It is only, it is not because of their marks. It is again, it is based on their attitudinal skills. So many a times you can see psychologically also when you meet doctors, so very few doctors look very friendly. Sometimes if you meet a family doctor, so you went to that particular doctor last year, imagine you are in 9th class now. So you met him last year in 9th class, and you met him in 10th class again now. So sometimes some doctors will be having good understanding of their patients. And when you went there next time, he will be asking you how many marks you got in your 10th class, something like that. So that's that will make you get connected well. And sometimes you can see some doctors looking like robots. So if you go to him and tell that I'm having fever, he'll be acting just like a robot. He doesn't discuss anything beyond prescription. So here, doctors who are successful, it is because not because of luck. It is because of all the skills which are relating to success, be it knowledge which they have gained during their college times. And again, you might be knowing that in today's world, whatever profession you are, be it a lawyer or management consultant, doctor, engineer, so those days have gone wherein you always use the knowledge which you have gained in the college. So no more they are useful. So you should be able to update on continuous basis. So if you see a civil engineer who has studied BTech maybe in 1998, and if he doesn't know how to use CAD, computer aided design, so he is no more in the market. So be it any profession, be it student, again, once you are out from the college, you may be thinking that what is the use of acquiring knowledge. So today, imagine MBA students or BBA students who have passed out, say 15 years back or 20 years back. So they may be working in various fields like sales and distribution or marketing, brand management, all this. So in today's world, you might have seen for the last 2 years how digital is developing, how well we are connected in the digital world. So if you have sales and distribution knowledge, it's not enough. So you should be able to connect that knowledge technologically, how to use sales management software. Today's sales executive, you might be seeing that they use various apps on mobile, and sometimes if there is a salesman, he is given some kind of equipment. For example, previously you might have seen the way FMCG products are distributed. They reach a particular convenience store, pawn shop, and all. So they take orders, they deliver it. So nowadays with pandemic situation, you might have seen So now sales executives are taking orders. How they are taking orders? They use a small equipment called HHT. It is handheld terminal, which has a software. Say, suppose he is visiting, SMS supermarket in, say, Indra Nagar. So once he reaches this SMS supermarket in Indra Nagar, so he'll be, imagine he is working for, say, Hindustan Unilever Limited beverages division. For example, when he has to take the stock of Lipton tea, so he'll be seeing what amount of Lipton tea various packs are available in the supermarket. So he'll be opening the app and he'll be entering how much quantity is required for this SMS supermarket then and there. So this HHT handheld terminal is connected to the distributor's computer in the distribution center, say be it go down owning by the distributor. So accordingly, these consignments are sent to various dealer outlets, various supermarkets. So here, when we are not successful, we end up telling I am unlucky. So when we are successful, we end up telling I am lucky. So the definition you have understood, it is nothing but your alertness of meeting the opportunities which are passing by. If you don't meet the opportunity, there will be someone who is meeting that opportunity. So now we have come to understanding what are attitudinal skills. So many of us end up telling, I have all these skills. Yes, it is true, you have all these skills. Over a period of time, you lose these skills. Why? Because you have stopped practicing these skills. What is the first attitudinal skill you are born on this earth? So can anybody tell what attitudinal skills you have with you? What skills you are good at? Neha, Krupashri? So what skills you are good at? So all of you might be possessing some skills, no? Which is making
Yes,
you
sir.
focus at forefront. What skills you have, Neha?
Yes, sir.
What skills you possess?
Yes, sir. I am a good motivator. Plus,
Okay.
I have few basic knowledge of computer. Even I
Okay.
just try to involve in leadership activities.
Okay, you have good leadership skills. So coming to understanding what are these attitudinal skills. So I think all of you are good in communication skills. Some of you end up telling that I am not good in communication skills. So this is the skill which you are born on this earth. So every one of us possesses this first skill which is called as communication skill. So when you are a baby, day one, how you used to communicate? When you feel hungry, 1 day old baby, how they communicate?
By crying.
Crying. So you are born on this earth with the first communications, with the first skill, which is called as communication skill. So here you used to communicate by crying. So that's how you are trying to communicate your hungerness through crying. So that's how you get fed since you are hungry. So when you are born on this earth with the first attitudinal skill, which is communication. So now many of us end up talking that I need to get trained on communication skill. I need to improve my communication skill. I should read 1,000 pages book on communication skill. So what will happen when you read the 1,000 pages book on communication skill? I've told you the triangle, no? Triangle has knowledge, functional skills, and attitudinal skills. So if you read a book on communication skill, what will you get? Is it knowledge or skill? You will be getting knowledge. So I think you need not travel to very big places like Mumbai or even to a big 5-star hotel in Bangalore to get yourself trained in communication skill. When you are born on this earth with this skill, so why you have lost this skill is because you stopped communicating. So when you are in 6th class, you used to participate in declamations, debates, elocutions. So you are considered as a very good communicator. So when you come to 10th, so you join a very big corporate school where these corporate schools are only trying to harass you to get more marks. You lost this skill. Again, you join even places like Bengaluru has Narayana Chaitanya coaching centers, which are very popular in Andhra Pradesh. You end up landing there and you try to lose these skills. You try to study only maths, physics, chemistry all the time, writing KSET, JEE or MSET like that. So here you had this skill and over a period of time you lost this skill. So again, you are trying to pay 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 to acquire this skill. So the only way you can acquire skill is only through practice. So imagine when I have to explain this through an example. So imagine Neha and Krupashree. Krupashree is missing from the college for the past 1 week. And when Neha asked Krupashree, what happened to you? You are not there in the class for the past 1 week. So Krupashree said, I have attended a training program in Mumbai, Radisson Hotel in Mumbai on communication skills. So while traveling from Bangalore to Mumbai, Krupashree got a flight ticket. On the return, she could not get a flight ticket. She traveled to Mumbai by flight. And she has attended that training program. There were multiple sessions. They had very good food there. And after that, while returning, Krupashree was to travel through a train. And Neha started asking what happened in the training program. You tell exactly what topics were covered and all. So Nehashree got good material in the form of small books. And Nehashree kept these books in a separate bag, in a small bag, along with the regular, not along with the regular luggage which she carried. And while coming in the train, she missed her small bag where this material is stacked. And if you narrate what happened, exact scenarios, Neha went to Mumbai and she paid 15,000 to enhance her communication skills. So here, in case of Krupashree, since she has attended when Neha asked her, so she has gained knowledge, not the skill. So just to increase their communication skills, if you are working, if you are in a college setup, you can practice right in the college. You need not attend any big training program. Nowadays, you can see many students end up telling that I am very good in communication, but I am weak in I don't have good vocabulary of English and all. All this can be learned right in your college or at your own pace in your home. So in today's digital world, we have everything online, be it from Google or YouTube. There are multiple platforms wherein you can gain this skill. So what we need to understand acquiring this communication skill is, if you can understand this line, knowing is not doing, doing is doing. So if you don't know how to swim, if you just watch few videos, read a book on swimming, I think many of you cannot swim. So if you want to learn swimming, you have to get into the swimming pool, take the help of a coach and try to learn from him, and you have to start swimming there itself. So if you read books, watch videos, you will gain only knowledge, not the skill of swimming. So this is first attitudinal skill which you need to, so many of you might be having this skill, but you might have lost somewhere. So I think way forward, if you want to complete or if you want to study MBA and do your own business, or if you want to get into some kind of job role, without this skill, you will not exist anywhere. So here you have to acquire this skill. Once you get out from your college, you will not have audience to listen to you also. Many a times you might have seen political parties paying money, giving biryani packets for getting audience to listen to their speeches. So once you are out from the college, you will not even have audience for your talk. So that's why you have to, those of you who are weak in communication skills, so your college is the right platform to enhance this communication skill. So the second skill which you need to acquire is public speaking. So many a times you might be thinking that all of you know Nandan Nelakani, Infosys director. And a few years back, he was the director for UIDAI. It's for Aadhaar cards. So when he was given this role as cabinet position, so he might have addressed thousands of meetings to their employees, stakeholders, shareholders, and all. So in spite of that, when he was to make a first presentation in Lok Sabha Parliament building, so he has reached there with his laptop, and the laptop is out of power, and he was searching for socket to plug in. There was the socket was not near to podium, and so that's how he was to manage, and he was to talk without his laptop on taking this UIDAI project ahead. So even a person who spoke in thousands of meetings, so he was in tensed situation. So here, many a times you might be thinking that I am a good public speaker, but I can speak only in front of 20 people or 30 people. So even very good public speaker will have that fear for the first 1 minute. So after that, if you have participated in multiple sessions, so you will be losing that fear in next 1-2 minutes. Then you will be reaching a comfort zone. So here you have to, you might be a very good public speaker in your school times, but after that you have stopped speaking in public. That's how you have become a weak public speaker. So here, to acquire this skill, there is no other way except to speak in public. So even if you read 1,000 pages book on public speaking, you will be getting knowledge only. If you have to acquire this skill, you have to start speaking in front of your class students, or in front, participate in multiple activities. So don't think that we are in online mode and where to speak and all. So some of you might have reached the college, even if you are on online mode. So you can arrange sessions among your class students, your section students, or you can address your junior, first year, second year students like that. So those of you who lack this skill, you can enhance this skill even on online mode also. The next skill, how can you classify memory? All of you know what is memory?
Yes, sir.
What is memory? What is memory? So if I ask you, do you have what kind of memory? What you will say?
Short-term memory.
Short-term memory. Amala Sen? So what you will tell about your memory? So if I ask you, you have good memory, bad memory, what is your response? Okay, when we have to understand memory, so we had very good memory when we were in school, and so when we were in school, we say that I had good memory. So when I joined the college, so I have lost the memory. So here, there is no such thing as good memory or bad memory. So memory can be classified into two types. One is trained memory and untrained memory. So when you were in class 8th or 9th, you used to remember, say, poems which has 16 lines. You end up telling 5 poems at a stretch. So when you have joined BBA now, when you have to remember some topic which has, say 8 functions. So you end up forgetting, you end up not remembering one function of that particular topic. So when you have to write FAIL's 14 principles and principles of management. So many of us end up not remembering 2 principles of FAIL's 14 principles. So what few students end up splitting one principle into 2 principles to manage it as 14. So here memory is of 2 kinds, trained and untrained memory. So in Indian scenario, what happens is you end up studying very well only during till 17 years or 20 years like that. After that, we end up not reading too much. Once you complete your post-graduation, you will not read anything. Many of us not read anything. And today's world, since we hold multiple gadgets, so be it tab or mobile phone, so some of the students are unable to remember their father's or mother's mobile number also. So if you stop remembering things, that means you are losing your memory. So imagine if there's a keypad mobile. All of you know what is keypad mobile. Now you are using touch mobile, smartphones. So what is keypad mobile? All of you know when you have to see a contact list in keypad mobile. So that keypad mobile holds 250 contacts. So if you have to enter 251st contact, what you need to do? Neha? So if it
Yes,
can
sir.
accommodate 250 contacts, if you have to add 251st contact, what you need to do? You understood that can hold only 250 contact storage. If you have to add one more number, what you have to do?
I need to add extra SD card or chip, sir.
No, I am talking about keypad mobile, which doesn't have all these. So you have to
So,
delete
sir,
one
I'll
number.
update the device which I'm using in current,
No,
and
no.
I'll update.
I'm talking about keypad mobile, which doesn't have all these features. So if it is having 250 number storage, if you have to add one more, so there is no other option except deleting one number from the 250 list and add this number. So that is the only option which you have. Similarly, why you are not able to have good memory, it is because suppose you are in BBA final year, so you might be storing a lot of facts of the past, and if some of you might be remembering that if I could have studied well in 12th class, I could have joined IIT Kharagpur or IIT Mumbai, like that. So there are multiple thoughts stored in our memory which are of no use to us, and these thoughts will not take our life forward. So the option available for you is delete all these past memories which are not good, and you might be having some memories which will motivate you, so that those kind of memories, it is okay to store in your mind. So when you have all these facts which are unnecessary and it is not taking you forward, so many a times you can see some of us, when we have we end up remembering very few things. When you reach a supermarket to buy staples, so your mother might have given you 7 staples list, so you end up forgetting one. So that might be an important staple like sugar or salt. So here, why you forgot this sugar and salt is because your memory is full, again, like what I have told in keypad mobile phone. So you have to delete all the past incidents which are not useful for you. Again, how you can delete them is, you have to, some of the secrets you might have not told even to your father or mother or friend. So you have to tell all this. Once you tell to many people, you will forget those, and your memory will have some storage. So many a times you might be thinking, what is the use of having memory right in your college and right in your employment when you join companies? So many a times you will be having multiple meetings with your bosses and all. And if you are a finance professional, you may have to remember some numbers like say maybe relating to income or money spent on infrastructure, something like that, these numbers. Though you have laptop, mobile, all this, sometimes you may have to tell them orally. So if you have all these things in mind, and if you are not in a comfort zone, so you end up losing these things. So many a times, imagine, let me tell through an example. If you are meeting a very big person like say Prime Minister Modi. So your father is the close associate of Prime Minister Modi, and you require some help from a particular ministry. So say, for example, you require a MBBS seat for your brother. And imagine, instead of asking MBBS seat, you ended up asking engineering seat. So after that, you never had the opportunity of meeting that particular person. So here, because of reflecting wrong thing, instead of asking MBBS seat, you asked for engineering seat. That's how you lost this opportunity. So memory how you can train your memory? The only option available is you have to start remembering things. So many a times you can see you don't remember your basic requirements also when you are traveling in a two-wheeler or four-wheeler, when you are caught in traffic and the traffic police will ask your vehicle number. So again, you run to your vehicle, which is say 100 meters away from the policeman. You don't remember even your vehicle numbers, you have to train your memory. So initial stage, you can remember few mobile numbers, few bank account numbers, you can remember your PAN card number, you can remember your Aadhaar card number. So many a times you can see a few places nowadays when you are asked for Aadhaar card, they are not even asking your physical copy. They are asking, say, suppose if you are going for a vaccination. So right during booking of vaccination slot for the second dose, you will be asked only to tell your Aadhaar number. So many a times, since you don't remember your Aadhaar number, again you have to carry it in your mobile or you take a photocopy of this Aadhaar and all. So when you are taking photocopy, again you have to remember you are disrupting environment. So if you use more paper, again you are harming environment. So your memory is connected to many things. So there are multiple methods on how to remember things. For example, being a faculty, we have Union Bank of India in our college campus, and many a times you can see if it is your parent bank, you can write last 5 digits of your account number. So when you have to do some kind of RTGS NEFT transfer, you have to write your full account number. And many a times when you have to write full account number, you call your home or friend asking him to tell full account number, or you'll be approaching the bank personnel to tell other digits of your account number. So I was questioned by a branch manager there in our Union Bank branch at GITAM, and how come you are a faculty and you don't remember the full account number? So I have taken 1 minute time. That's how I have related my bank account number to the known people of mine or known information of which I am aware of. So my account number regularly what I was writing is 24193. And the other digits which I need to remember, I have just asked him and wrote on a piece of paper. And that's how I was connecting these digits to my known facts. For example, there were my classmates with roll number 2153 and 2143. They were my classmates from 6 to 12. And 020, many of you might be not be knowing these days STD codes because we use mobile phones. So we were in that era of using STD codes. 020 is Pune STD code. And that's how I could connect to these things. And 100 is police station number. All of you know, when you are in the emergency, you can dial 100 to reach policemen. So that's how I could tell my full account number as 5343020 So that is my full account number. So here I could, that's how you need to connect with the known things to remember the things which are required for you on day-to-day basis. When you don't have any known facts, so there is no other option except to memorize that number. Say, for example, Aadhaar number or a parent or mother or father's mobile number. So this is about memory. So the next attitudinal skill is enthusiasm. What is enthusiasm, Neha? What is enthusiasm, Neha? Do we need to look enthusiastic? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
So, do we need to look enthusiastic? So, I think no faculty will tell you not to look enthusiastic for Wednesday, Thursday, and you have to look enthusiastic only on Saturday and Sundays. So, enthusiasm plays a key role for being successful in your life. So many a times this enthusiasm is considered as magic portion of one's success. So if you don't look enthusiastic, we are lost. So even if you get 9 CGPA and you are attending an interview with the GM HR or GM sales and marketing of Tata Consumer Products, right, in your campus recruitment. So if I have to pick 3 people from among, say, 25 people. So even though you got 9 CGPA, if you don't look enthusiastic in the interview room, I will not pick you up. So if you don't exhibit these levels, so I cannot expect you to sell Tata Consumer Products to huge chain of retail outlets. So here enthusiasm is considered as magic portion of one's success. So many times when you are attending any interview, so you can see there will be few people waiting outside the interview room, and the interview will be in process. So few people look enthusiastic outside the interview room itself. So when you look enthusiastic with less subject knowledge, and the other person doesn't look enthusiastic with more subject knowledge, so there are high chances of a student who looks enthusiastic with less subject knowledge getting selected. So many times if you don't get selected, you come out of the interview room, once the result is out, you end up telling that I got good marks than him, and how come he got selected. So companies will just see the suitability for that particular job role. So if you are not suitable at any point of time, say for example, between Karnashri, say between Ramesh and Suresh, and though Suresh got more marks, and if at any point of time, if I feel that he will not be able to work in hot sun, working for a FMCG company like Tata Consumer Products, so I will not select him. So companies will see the suitability for that particular job role, and even that right outside the interview room itself, when you see more enthusiastic people, you end up telling that particular person you are likely to get through the interview. So here what's happening is, already is maintaining certain enthusiasm levels. You are trying to increase their enthusiasm levels and trying to decrease your enthusiasm level. So here a person who is at high enthusiasm levels, there are high chances of him getting selected for the job. So at any point of time, you should not reduce your enthusiasm levels, particularly during interview time. So I've practically seen this in a district collector office when multiple people were attending for a teacher's job interview. So here I've seen practically that people who are with high enthusiasm levels getting selected for these roles. Similarly, trying to understand how enthusiasm plays a key role through this example. All of you know, when we were not having these many apps to book movie tickets, so you can see people standing in the queue. Most of the times you can see movie gets released every time on Fridays. So you can see when tickets are given in advance right on Thursday and all, you can see large queues, particularly South India. Most of the people are mad after movies, particularly Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. And you can see people standing in the queue. So when you take example of 2 people trying to enter in between the queue, so you can see one set of people, they neither enter in between the queue nor stand at the end of the queue. So you can see other set of people who are highly enthusiastic. So imagine if A and B are standing in the queue, and C enters behind A. So A is considered as 1 and B is considered as 2, but C entering behind A, now A is 1, C 2, B has become 3. So what will happen in the case of people who are not enthusiastic? If they try to enter in between the queue, they'll be pushed off, they'll be thrown out. But people who are enthusiastic, who got adjusted behind A and between A and B, C has entered. And if they have entered in a drastic way, looking highly enthusiastic, what will happen is they will not do anything for him. Murmuring starts. So they'll be talking very slowly. Why this fellow entered in between A and B, between me and him. and after some time B will ask A, you ask this C why he has entered. So if A is an intelligent person, even if one ticket is there, it ends up with A one. So A will think why I need to ask, it is the responsibility of B to ask C. So after some time they compromise. So B will know the value of the C entering in between A and B only when ticket ends with C. So here what you need to understand is enthusiastic people will never be stopped anywhere. So they can enter anywhere in between the queue. So what is making them to adjust there is their enthusiasm levels. So the other skill, so when we are acquiring these skills, so we are being stopped by certain tensions and worries. So imagine we are get tensed based on situations, and again, though we have an opportunity to reduce our tension and worries also, so we are getting tensed. Imagine, can anybody respond with the two names, two students? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
1 minute. So imagine Ashwin, Krishna, and Arjun. So are traveling first time in the flight, traveling from Bengaluru to Visakhapatnam. So Arjun and Krishna. So both of them have two options. So the thing is, Bangalore is a beautiful city, and Visakhapatnam is also a beautiful city with sea coast. And they have two options. So one is to enjoy their first time flight journey. The second time is Arjun was trying to enjoy the journey totally. Krishna was trying to remember all the plane crashes happened worldwide. So if you take the statistics, so lakhs of flights will take off and land. And if you take the ratio of plane crashes happen, it might be 0.001%. So the success ratio is 99.99%. So you are worried about 0.01% failure ratio, and you are not happy with 99.99% success ratio. So here, in case of Arjun, he is enjoying his flight journey. And in case of Krishna, he is trying to think all the time when Vizag will come, when I will get landed, when I will be getting out of this flight. So here, what you need to understand is, so we have to be happy with the success ratio. What is 99.99% is higher than 0.001%. So we should always be happy with the more percentage of success ratio. So you have both the options here, whether to create tension or whether to enjoy the flight journey. So many a times we get tensed and we get into a worried mode for not good things. So we get into worried mode for very simple things. And if you can avoid, how to avoid these tensions and worries again is, so you have to calculate what is the effect on you by worrying for that particular cause. So many of you might be thinking, what is the use of acquiring these attitudinal skills? Say we have understood to become successful, we need to have knowledge, functional skills, and attitudinal skills. So many of us might be thinking that what is the use of acquiring all these skills? So if you see how people are classified as majority and minority. Who are more in number? Is it majority or minority?
Majority.
So majority are more in number. So you can see majority is this, and minority. So when we have to classify people, people can be classified into majority and minority. And within majority is this, and their majority people are called as consumers. So we end up consume product manufactured by someone. We end up listening to idea generated by very few people. So majority people are called as consumers, and minority people are called as history makers. So many a times we read books, success stories of many people. So even startups, you might have seen, there is one website called yourstory.com. So headed by Shraddha Sharma. So they are based in Bangalore only. You can see many of the startup stories are reported by her through their website, yourstory.com. So when we have to classify majority, minority, so majority are called as consumers, and minority are called as history makers. And these people are called as producers also. So you can see we would have not got freedom if Gandhiji would have not fought for freedom from British people. You can see all the, you can see very great industrialists like Ratan Tata. So you can see the difference told by Ratan Tata between Tata Group and Reliance Group. When he was interviewed, they were telling that Reliance, they are business people, businessmen, and Ratan Tata projected himself, we are industrialists. And you can see all these have become history makers because they have done something, Mother Teresa, Lata Mangeshkar, they have done something to the public at large. That's how they have become history makers. And similarly, you can see we can call Red Bus owner as also history maker, or Flipkart owner Sachin Bansal as history maker, because we never anticipated that Flipkart Sachin Bansal would share the stage of Tata Group owner Ratan Tata. So they are 150-year-old industrialists, and Flipkart started a few years back, maybe last 10 years back, like that. So they are able to share dais with such big people. Again, it is because of the wealth created by them and the popularity of the brand created by them. So history makers are very few. They are called as minority, and they are called as producers. And when we talk about who are at the higher end, majority, consumers, history readers, they are at the lower end. And people who are in the minority, producers, history makers, so they are at the higher end. So minority people are at the higher end. They are called as producers, history makers. You can see all these people are considered as history makers, right from Adi Godrej, Shiv Nadar of HCL, Mukesh Ambani, RBI Governor Y.V. Reddy. All these are called as history makers. Okay, that's it from me. If you have any questions, you can ask me. So many times when we are communicating, say for example, if someone is picked to introduce some speaker in your college guest lecture session, so there are few things which are followed internationally. So when we have to introduce a guest speaker, there is one formula called TAS formula. Say suppose if you have invited some reputed person from Infosys to speak on business analytics. So he is a graduate from say IIM Bangalore and IIT Mumbai, and he is now working as CEO for a big analytic company. When we have to announce this person, and you need to formulate a simple formula called topic, TAS formula, topic, importance, and speaker. So you will be talking about what is analytics, and you have to create a connect between the audience and the speaker. Why audience need to know about analytics, what is the importance of analytics, what benefit the student is likely to get upon understanding about business analytics. So you have to create this connect and you have to explain about the topic. You will be telling the topic importance, in what way it is useful to the audience and all. So you will be telling all other qualifications of experience, everything before you tell the speaker's name. Say for example, if the speaker's name is Ramesh Chauhan, so you will be telling everything like he is blessed with children or 2 children, or something like he is a graduate from IIM Bangalore, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Mumbai, whatever awards he has got, everything you will be telling before you tell his name. So the last word which you are going to utter is Ramesh Chauhan. So this is followed internationally. Many a times in Indian scenario, what happens is the same Ramesh Chauhan, you might have seen many a times, he is introduced as Ramesh Chauhan is a graduate from IIM Bangalore. Ramesh Chauhan got ABC award. Ramesh Chauhan studied in IIT Kharagpur. Ramesh Chauhan's father is a bureaucrat. So you can see Ramesh Chauhan repeated multiple times. So the formula which you need to remember is TIS, topic, importance, and speaker's name. Speaker's name should be at the end. Thank you. If you have any questions, you can ask me.
Dear students, now the session is open to questions. Please ask any queries if you
So
have.
whatever I have told on that, if you have any doubts, sometimes you may be thinking that if you are weak in public speaking, how to improve, or if you are weak in memory, or many a times you get tensed every time when you are writing exams, or when you are sometimes say students, one among you, if you are suddenly put in front of Modi, sometimes you may forget your name also. So related to the specific skills, if you have any doubt, you can ask me.
Yes, students. Now you all can come up with any doubts or any questions if you have regarding the topic.
Yeah, sir.
Tell me.
Yes, Krupashri.
You told that when you are in front of some personality or so, we'll get tense and we'll forget many things. Yeah, everyone will face such situation in our life. So how to get rid of that?
So there is something called the comfort zone. For example, when you are talking to your younger brother, are you comfortable?
Yes, sir.
So in the same way, when you are talking to your principal or director, you will not get the same comfort zone like your younger brother.
Yeah, sir.
Because he is positioned in higher position. So he is in a bigger position. So that's how we lose comfort zone. So first, in order to get increase our comfort zone, we should not get tensed. First, you should not get tensed. When you get into tension and worries, you will lose your comfort zone. So why you had good comfort zone with your younger brother is you were not tensed or worried. But when you reach your director, first thing is you get tensed and worried. You should get out of that tension and worry. Similarly, you should start meeting bigger people. So many a times you end up in a small group only among students. Many a times you will be thinking that nowadays you can see we are having the opportunity of meeting very big people also. When you go back to 10 years back or 15 days back, 15 years back, when there is a minister on a, say, urban development minister on a particular road in Bangalore. So previously, if you have to reach minister, there will be a lot of jet category security and all. You will not have access. So today, everyone is entertaining everyone, even a common man is being asked, and with the social media. Previously, we never had social media in place. So nowadays, if you see even some mistake happens in some corner, if it is put in social media, so you can see they are getting attention. So this social media is giving, is creating a lot of fear in very big people also when they are not attending to common people. So that's how now you have a lot of opportunity to meet people. So that's how when you try to meet big people, you will get that you will get habituated, and you will lose. You are likely to get that comfort zone normally. So because I have also experienced this when we went for a faculty development program in IIM Ahmedabad. And during that time, Narendra Modi was Chief Minister of Gujarat. And another person, Farooq Abdullah, he was Energy Minister, Central Minister for Energy, Power and Energy. During that time, one of our colleague, she wants, her name is Rakhi Gupta, and she wants to take a photograph with Narendra Modi and Farooq Abdullah. And she was in a very tensed mode to ask for this request. and she has approached me, and when they were about to get down from the dais, I have stopped Narendra Modi and Farooq Abdullah on the dais itself. I have asked this Rakhi Gupta to go up, and I have told them. That's how they stopped there, and I could click a photograph for Rakhi Gupta along with the then Chief Minister Narendra Modi and Farooq Abdullah. So the other option is why I was able to do this is because I had high comfort zone meeting very big people. So this meeting of big people, getting high comfort zone, I have started this activity right during my 11th class itself. So that's how you can, why you lose this thing is, you have to increase your comfort zone. First, you should not get tensed and worried. So however big the person whom you are going to meet.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So comfort zone is nothing but getting them into your circle.
Okay. Anyone else having any queries with this?
Sir, 1 minute, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
1 minute. Okay. Then session lo unnadu, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Hello. So
Yes, sir.
comfort zone is nothing but you have to draw a circle. You should get everyone into that circle. So that is your highest comfort zone. So like how you have got your younger brother into your comfort zone. So if you have to get everyone into that circle of comfort zone, you should not get tensed and worried. And again, you have to have clarity on the subject which you are going to speak. So sometimes your comfort zone gets decreased because of your memory also. So if you are reaching your director to talk about a particular seminar which you are going to organize, so you have to have some clarity on what is the topic and on whom it is targeted, and when you are going to organize it, and you should have some knowledge on the topic which you are selecting for the seminar about the speaker and all. So you should have some remembrance of these things also. That's how your memory will also get you into not having good comfort zone. Okay.
Yes, students, does anyone have any other queries?
So if you have any doubts, later also you can mail me.
Yes.
I'll be able to answer those doubts via email also. And you can get connected with me on LinkedIn. So my name is Tangala Venkateswarlu. It's mentioned on the poster itself. And you can get connected with me on LinkedIn. I'll be able to respond there also. No problem. So respond personally there.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. It was very nice listening from you, and it was very informative session, sir. Thanks for sharing.
Let me tell the source from which I have whatever I've discussed with you right in the morning. So all these literature I got through a training program during that time, way back in 96, 25 years back. So I studied in a school called Sainik School, Korkonda. I was a very good public speaker till my 8th class. After that, I stopped speaking, and I became a very weak public speaker. I stopped speaking literally. We were to write NDA exam, and during that time, we were to attend SSB and all. During that time, instead of me, I used to request other 12th class classmate to speak. Once he speaks on behalf of me, I used to take him for a movie and offer him chicken biryani. So that's how I missed my public speaking sessions. Finally joined BBM. I completed BBM. When I was about to join MBA, I thought without acquiring this skill of public speaking, I'll not be able to carry out my MBA program. So during that time, I have attended a training program. It's a Bangalore-based company called GILD, Gajanana Institute of Leadership Development. His name is Venkatesh Gajanana. So that's how I have attended his training program for 3 weekends, Saturday, Sunday. And that's how I could get back this skill of public speaking from that training session. It is not a knowledge giving session, it is a skill giving session. So it happened for 50 hours. And during that time, way back in 96, I paid 2,500 for that. I've never asked even my friend to suggest him whether I should attend this program or not. Even if I ask someone, they'll say no for that. That's how I paid the fees and attended this program. So the advantage I got by attending this program, I never anticipated that I would become a teacher. I worked in industry for 9 years. So way back in 2009, Visakhapatnam being a beautiful city, I worked in Rayalaseema region in Andhra Pradesh in Pepsi, Coke, and Reliance Petroleum, and in retail in Visakhapatnam for a few months. And what made me to become teacher again is it is because of my public speaking skills, and to retain back in Visakhapatnam, I was forced to choose GITAM and become a teacher. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was nice to listen from you. And I would now like to call upon Anaka to deliver the vote of thanks.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes,
Yes,
Anaka.
please.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Anakhanil from second year BBA, and I'm here to present the vote of thanks for today's lecture. I would like to thank our guest lecturer, Dr. Venkateswarlu, for enlightening us with his knowledge. Today's lecture was informative, and I am pretty sure the precious knowledge that the lecturer gave us will definitely help us in our future life. Once again, I would like to thank Dr. Tangala Venkateswarlu for taking out time from his busy schedule and enlightening us with his knowledge. Thank you, sir. I would also like to thank our academic director, Dr. A. Ravi, and also our vice principal, Professor Sandhya, for the support throughout the section. I want to thank our HOD, Professor Smita, and also other faculty who organized this webinar and worked hard to make it successful. And also thank you to all students present here and paying attention and learning. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, Anaka. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all. Thank you all. You all can end the session now. Thank you, students. You may end the session now.